What's up, everybody out there watching this? This is my Raw Philly review for March 21st, I think. Whatever. Doesn't matter the date. They were in Philadelphia, the home of the original ECW. Pretty good crowd, good fan base. Except during the main event, they started chanting, "This is boring." That was pretty stupid. Anyways, thank God they didn't chant for CM Punk like other cities do, and are stupid idiots that do that. So, here we go with my Raw Philly review. Started off with Stephanie McMahon coming out to the ring, cutting a very, very short promo, saying welcoming us to Monday Night Raw. She says welcome. She tried to do what Vince did back in '93. She tried saying welcome to Monday Night Raw. And then Roman Reigns, his music hits. He comes out, gets a mixed, my opinion, it was a mixed reaction of boos and cheers. A lot of women cheer Roman Reigns and a lot of kids cheer Roman Reigns. And a lot of the women and the kids are the ones, well, the kids don't have money, but the kids probably beg their parents for Roman Reigns gear. WWE is looking to push Roman Reigns as the next John Cena, in my opinion. Even though I don't think he'll ever be able to replace what Cena has done, still, they want to push him. They got the women are on Roman Reigns' side. Unless there's a couple women out there that don't like him, I don't know. Couple followers, female followers I have actually tell me they don't mind Roman Reigns, but they're not a big fan of his. Need a drink. Anyways, so Roman comes out, cuts a pretty short, very short promo by Roman Reigns, and the shorter, the better, in my opinion. The shortest amount of time you can get Roman Reigns to cut a promo, that's the way you should do it, is not let the guy talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. The shorter, the better. So Stephanie tries to slap him, he grabs her hand, and basically says, "I'm your authority," or something like that. "I'm the authority over you." And then he leaves. Gets a mixed reaction again. There were more cheers, in my opinion. There were more cheers than boos towards Roman Reigns. But Philadelphia, I believe it was Philadelphia where Roman won the title from Sheamus, I think. Or maybe it was Pittsburgh. I don't remember what city it was. It was either Pittsburgh or Philly that Roman won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and he got a good pop when he won it. But now his reactions are mixed. And at WrestleMania 32, there's going to be fans from all over the world, all over the United States, all over Europe, coming to Dallas for WrestleMania 32. A lot of those fans are hardcore WWE fans. They gotta be hardcore to spend the amount of money it costs to go to WrestleMania. So a lot of those fans are probably gonna boo the hell out of Roman Reigns. I'm curious and interested to see what reaction he gets after he wins a title at WrestleMania. Or I'll be curious to see if they turn him heel. I don't see how they turn him heel after WrestleMania. I mean, right after the win, because he's already facing the heel in Triple H. So maybe they would have Dean Ambrose come down, celebrate with Roman, raise his hand, and maybe Roman would then turn on Dean Ambrose and beat the crap out of him. But Dean Ambrose might not even be able to come down to the ring to celebrate because he might be beaten to hell and back and not be able to come down to the ring after his match with Brock. Those two are going to absolutely beat the hell out of each other and go to war. So up next was the first match of the night. It was Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles to kick off Raw after the promo. Very good match. Very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Love seeing Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. It was a great match. It was damn entertaining. We went to like 2 commercial breaks during it, and it was still going on. And then Y2J has to come out, interfere, and distract AJ Styles because he can't get over that the fans were chanting AJ Styles instead of Y2J. So that's why Jericho's pissed at AJ, I guess, because the fans like AJ more. So Y2J, very annoying, but he is a heel, so he's supposed to be annoying. Y2J, very annoying, saying over and over and over on the microphone, AJ Styles, AJ Styles, AJ Styles, over and over and over. It was damn annoying, but that's what Jericho is supposed to do, piss us off as a heel. At least he pissed me off, and it was annoying. But he's a heel, he's supposed to do that. So he was saying AJ Styles over and over and over, and then AJ costed him the match. During this match, Kevin Owens pulls off a frog splash. That was awesome. Kevin Owens wins. By the way, the Intercontinental title was not on the line. I think it was on SmackDown last week, but I don't really remember if the title was on the line. Anyways, after this, we had Kevin Owens cut a promo, get on the microphone and say, I want to know who's going to face me at KO. He keeps calling WrestleMania KO Mania. He was really pushing that the entire show. KO Mania over and over. KO Mania running wild on the WWE. Anyways, Kevin Owens gets on the mic, says, who is going to face me at WrestleMania? I want to know. I want a challenger for the Intercontinental Championship. And then Dolph Ziggler, pretty surprising. Dolph Ziggler's music hit first. I thought Sami Zayn's would have hit first. That would have been better and would have got a better pop first off. But no, it was Dolph. And then it was The Miz, his music hits. They argued and argued on the mic. Miz and Owens went back and forth. Owens said to The Miz, or later on in the show, he said, you dress like a teenager and you're 30 years old, or something like that, making fun of The Miz. Anyways, Miz, Ziggler, Owens argue on the mic, and then Sami Zayn comes out. And after they come out, they all say Miz, Ziggler, or Owens says there's going to be a triple threat match tonight between, he didn't say them three, but he said there's going to be a triple threat tonight, and the winner will get the Intercontinental title shot to face me at KO Mania. So Ziggler, Miz, and Sami Zayn, I'm sure they thought they were going to be in the triple threat later on in the night, later on in the show. But Owens just said there's going to be a triple threat tonight, and I guess he got to pick the opponents because he did later. So then after that, as I said, Kevin Owens said whoever wins the triple threat can face him at WrestleMania. So then after that, they go to Dean Ambrose in a segment in a bar, or looked like a bar or a restaurant, just standing there, about to cut a promo, and then Terry Funk. I was pretty damn surprised to see the legendary hardcore living legend, Terry Funk. He shows up in the bar, talking to Ambrose for a while, saying, I know you can do it, I know you got it in you, kid. If you were my son, I'd be proud of you. And then he says, that's why I'm giving you this. And then it's a chainsaw sitting on the table. And I didn't understand it at first. It took me a couple minutes to think about why would he give him a chainsaw. Like, Dean Ambrose can't use a chainsaw in his match at WrestleMania. Dean Ambrose is going to become Leatherface and start murdering Brock Lesnar, cutting him in pieces. I don't think so. But then I got it. I thought, of course, Terry Funk's giving him a chainsaw and said you can have this and use it. I don't think he said you can use it, but he goes, you can have this. And the chainsaw, because Terry Funk, he was Chainsaw Charlie in the Attitude Era in 98 going into WrestleMania 14. Terry Funk, his character was Chainsaw Charlie. So that makes a lot of sense. That's why he gave him a chainsaw. So Ambrose, the lunatic fringe, gets a chainsaw. And I That's a scary thought, to have Dean Ambrose bringing a chainsaw into the match against Brock. That is a scary thought. And then Ambrose turns on the chainsaw and he goes, it actually works. Like, he couldn't believe it. And then he starts sawing up the table in front of him. Pretty good segment. I enjoyed it. Up next we had Hell in a Cell video package hyping Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell. They were really hyping this tonight with a lot of legends talking about the Hell in a Cell match, what they thought was going to go down. We had a lot of legends talking about it. Edge, Mick Foley, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Pat Patterson, Booker T. Stupid Michael Hayes was in there talking about it. I hate Michael Hayes. I wish that guy didn't even have a job in the company. But Michael Hayes was talking about the match. And stupid Michael Hayes goes, I don't even think Shane McMahon expected the reaction he got when he came back. Fuck you, Michael Hayes. You're an idiot. If you didn't think Shane was going to get a great reaction. Of course he would. He was gone for like 7 years. So fuck you, Michael Hayes. Get off of TV and never show your face again. And sadly, Michael Hayes will be showing his face in the Hall of Fame ceremony. So good video package hyping Shane versus Taker in the Hell in a Cell match for the control of Raw. The announcers tried saying it's for control of the company, but I don't know if that's true. I know it's for control of Raw. And Stephanie and Triple H, if they bring back the brand extension, Stephanie and Triple H could still run and be on SmackDown. And Shane could run Raw. But I don't know if they'll do that. So maybe it's for control of the entire company, Raw and SmackDown and NXT. I don't know. But all I do know is if Shane wins, he gets to control Raw. Storyline-wise, he's not going to really control it. Vince would never give up controlling Raw. Because Vince won't give up running the company until he's six feet under. I'm sorry to let you all know, but Vince is not going to retire and give control over to Triple H or Stephanie until he's like on his deathbed. And I'm not wishing Vince die in 5 or 10 years. I don't wish that. I'm just saying he won't give up the company until he's dead. He probably put in his will. When he's gone, Stephanie will run the company with probably Triple H. Anyways, good video package hyping the Hell in a Cell match. At WrestleMania 32, I'm looking forward to it. Up next was Big E versus Rusev. New Day, I believe, came out first. Cut a very good promo, very epic, funny as hell again. Great stuff on the mic from the New Day. Big E defeats Rusev. Pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the New Day. Huge mark for them. Big fan of Big E. I could see Big E in the future becoming World Heavyweight Champion. That's how much I like the guy. And that's how much I see in Big E. Up next we had, after Big E defeated Rusev, we had a Bray Wyatt and Wyatt family promo. They had Bray talk a tiny bit. Bray Wyatt has not been wrestling at all because I read he has a severe back injury. Pretty serious back injury. I don't know if he'll be wrestling at WrestleMania. He might not be. He might get involved. Might do a run-in on the Hell in a Cell match. I could see Bray Wyatt doing a run-in, attacking The Undertaker because of last year. But I do not think right now, as of tonight, I don't think Bray will have a match at WrestleMania. Probably because his back is not healed yet. But he will be able to work at the end of April, I believe, for Extreme Rules. Or the start of May. His Extreme Rules pay-per-view. He'll probably work against Brock. Anyways, Bray talks. Luke Harper, I believe, talked. Even Erica Rowan talked. And then Braun Strowman said a couple words. I don't know why all four Wyatts had to speak. They should leave the talking to Bray Wyatt in the group. Up next, Big Show came out. which I was not happy to hear. When the Big Show's music hit, I was not excited or happy. He comes out, talks on the mic, says he's been to Philly a lot of times and he loves Philadelphia because he's a babyface now, so he can get a babyface reaction. So he puts over the crowd, and then Big Show brings up Andre the Giant and said something I actually agreed with. And I never agree with what the Big Show says. The guy said, except in his Stone Cold podcast interview, he said a lot of stuff that was probably true, that he's been booked like shit in his WWE career. Anyways, Big Show says he's going to be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and that he won it last year and he wants to win it again. And then he says, Andre the Giant, he goes, I'm going to talk real here. He says, Andre the Giant is the greatest giant of all time. And I agree. So there's something I agree with. I finally agree with the Big Show on something. Andre is the greatest giant of all time, my opinion. And probably Big Show's opinion. Because he grew up probably watching Andre, and he did say he wanted Andre to defeat Hogan at WrestleMania 3, so Big Show must have been a big Andre fan growing up. So then after that, they hyped the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, hyped it up a lot. Then the Social Outcasts come out, and it was stupidity happened next. Just stupid shit. They talking to Mike, and it was stupid. Big Show said he's going to basically knock them out. And then they started attacking Big Show, and then Kane's music hit. And Kane made a return to Raw. He's been gone for, felt like 2-3 months. So Kane is back, attacks the Social Outcasts, and then the Big Show climbs up on the rope and celebrates, and then Kane taps him on his shoulder. Big Show turns around, Kane grabs him by the throat when he's on the second rope, and Kane chokeslams Big Show off the second rope. That is pretty good. And then Kane, of course, his music hit, and Kane is going to be in the Andre Battle Royal. Social Outcast will be in it. I'm sure Fandango will be in it. Big Show and a lot of other mid-carders will be in the Battle Royal. Darren Young will probably be in it. Sadly, Titus O'Neil can't be in it. He should have been. But he's still suspended by stupid Vince and the company. Anyways, not the company. Vince suspended Titus because he runs the company. So up next, after Kane chokeslammed Big Show off the second rope, which was good to see, we had a WrestleMania Rewind match. And I'm surprised before next week's WrestleMania, I'm surprised they didn't do a entire Raw special of WrestleMania Rewind matches. But they can't really do that many because Randy Orton's hurt. John Cena's hurt. Seth Rollins is hurt. A lot of guys are hurt. Cesaro's hurt. You can't have that many WrestleMania Rewind rematches because a lot of the guys are hurt. So Fandango actually returned to Raw and had a match for the first time in probably 3 years. Or 2.5 years. Or a year and a half. I don't know. Fandango's been off Raw for such a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. But it was good to see Fandango back and at least getting to work a match on Monday night. Y2J wins easily. Pretty easily. Up next, they have Legends again. Talking more Legends. Or the same Legends. HBK, Booker T, Stone Cold talking about Hell in a Cell. And what is going to go down between Shane and The Undertaker. Pat Patterson, I believe, said Shane has no fear. I agree. The guy was fearless in his matches in the Attitude Era. Especially when he dove off freaking 50-foot sets at Backlash 2001, I believe. Backlash 2001, he dove off that giant set. And that was like 50 feet up in the air, or had to be at least 40 feet or 50 feet, when he dropped the elbow on Big Show. So more Legends talking about the Hell in a Cell. This got me excited for Hell in a Cell because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to win, so got me pretty excited for Taker versus Shane because I do not know the outcome. I don't know what they're going to do, what the finish is going to be. I have no clue. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to interfere. Probably a lot of guys from the roster, even John Cena might interfere and try to get Shane to run Raw. John Cena could interfere. Dolph Ziggler will probably interfere to get Shane to run Raw, so the Authority is not in control anymore of Raw. Even though the Authority lost at Survivor Series 2014, they were supposed to go away forever, and then they fucking returned for some reason, which made no sense. But I'm guessing probably 10 guys, probably legends too, probably Mick Foley, probably Shawn Michaels. A lot of legends are going to probably interfere in Hell in a Cell, and current superstars on the roster will also probably interfere and probably try to help Shane win. That's just my guess. But I don't know what the finish is going to be and what they're actually going to do. I'm looking forward to it. Some people might not be excited for Hell in a Cell, Shane versus Taker, but I'm excited for it because I don't know what's going to happen. And it should be interesting and pretty entertaining. Anyways, up next we had a triple threat that Kevin Owens booked. Kevin Owens was on commentary. Before he's on commentary, he says this guy dresses like a 17-year-old, but he's over 30. And everybody thought he was talking about The Miz. Well, he wasn't. I believe his Zack Ryder came out. And then Stardust came out. And then Kevin Owens introduces Sin Cara to come out and says this guy used to wear a mask, or does wear a mask. And everybody thought, well, he has to be talking about Sami Zayn because he used to be El Generico, and he used to wear a mask. Sami Zayn, for you people that don't know, Sami Zayn used to wear a mask in Ring of Honor and the Indies as El Generico. And he feuded with Kevin Owens when he was El Generico. They had a great series of matches in Ring of Honor. So the triple threat was not Sami Zayn versus Miz versus Ziggler, which it should have been, but it doesn't matter because all 6 guys are getting a title shot anyway. So Sin Cara, Stardust, Ryder, I believe, ended in a DQ or something because Miz, Ziggler, and Sami Zayn all came out. They all started brawling, all started attacking Kevin Owens. I believe they attacked Owens. Anyways, then Kevin Owens comes back from a commercial. Stephanie is in her office backstage, and she's on the phone with Triple H, I guess, and she says, bring the car, send the car here, because I have to get out of here. I have a bad feeling about staying here. Something's going to happen bad. And then Kevin Owens barges in her office and starts basically trying to order Stephanie around, saying, you have to, did you see what happened to me out there? They all attacked me. You have to do something about this. And then she goes, oh, I will do something about this. And then he goes, at KO Mania, they're trying to take my title. And then she goes, by the way, it's not KO Mania, it's WrestleMania. And then she goes, and you are going to have to fight all 6 guys at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. And then she goes, also, you're going to have to climb up a ladder to get your Intercontinental Championship. So it's Kevin Owens at WrestleMania defending the Intercontinental Championship against Zack Ryder, Stardust, Sin Cara, Sami Zayn, Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and Kevin Owens, 7 guys in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title. They did this last year. They had a ladder match, same match, for the Intercontinental title. Daniel Bryan won it. Sadly, I believe that was his last match on pay-per-view, was WrestleMania 31. We all know Daniel Bryan had to retire. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not that happy about them doing a ladder match again, back-to-back years for the Intercontinental title. I'm okay with it, but I could have just gone with 7 guys or 6 guys in a 6-pack challenge without a ladder. But whatever. I'm pretty surprised that Zack Ryder Stardust and Sin Cara, I'm pretty surprised they're going to be on the main WrestleMania pay-per-view card. Pretty surprised to hear that. But all three of them deserve it because for years and years and years, Stardust, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara have all been on the road with the company. So they deserve to be on the WrestleMania pay-per-view. Even though I don't think they will win, I think Owens will retain or Sami Zayn will win. And probably Owens will retain to go to the next couple months pay-per-views a face and go in a feud with Sami Zayn. So I expect Kevin Owens to retain at WrestleMania. That's just my feeling. Up next, we have Stephanie getting in a giant limo. And I had no clue Triple H was in there, but he was. They opened the doors of the garage to get ready to leave, and who's standing behind the door is Roman Reigns, standing there like a badass. The limo should have just went in front of him and ran him over, but whatever. Or Triple H could have been driving the limo, and then he could have ran over Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns, they could have not done a close-up of his face and had him get hit by the limo, and it could have been a stunt guy. And then Triple H could have got out of the driver's seat, got back in and drove off with Stephanie. I think that would have been better to do something like that, but they can't do that because it's PG. So you can't have Triple H driving a limo and running over Roman Reigns. Like Stone Cold got run over at Survivor Series 99. Triple H should have ran over Roman Reigns. But then Roman would have had only 13 days to heal to face Triple H at Mania. But whatever. I think that would have been more entertaining to see Triple H be in the driver's seat of the limo and run over Roman. But they didn't do that. Instead, Roman Reigns went to the limo door, pulled the door, opened it up. Stephanie immediately started screaming really loud like she's getting kidnapped. So Stephanie's screaming, and then he takes Triple H out of the limo. I thought he was about to take Stephanie McMahon out and pick her up and kidnap her, but no. Takes Triple H out, starts beating the crap out of Triple H on the limo, and then somehow Triple H, I believe, got back in the limo and they drove off. And Roman Reigns was just standing there waiting. Or standing there, Triple H must, I'm sure, beat him back up, so he jumped in the limo and drove off. It was an okay segment. What was the most funny about it was Stephanie screaming. That got me laughing. I thought that was funny. Up next, we had Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch on commentary for Natalya versus Charlotte. Natalya, Charlotte, pretty good match. It was pretty short. It was not going to be as long as our match at Roadblock, but it was still okay. Becky and Sasha, throughout the match, they were arguing, saying they're going to be champion, this and that. Sasha saying, my jewelry's not fake, it's real stuff. And Becky Lynch saying, I don't care, the only bling I'm going to get is the bling that's on the championship. Stuff like that. So it was good stuff to have Sasha and Becky on commentary. I always enjoy hearing them hearing them fight with each other on the mic. It was entertaining. Charlotte wins in an OK Divas match. And on the pre-show, going back to the Raw pre-show, you had Lana in a backstage interview with Renee Young. Lana in Team Bad. Basically, we're talking to Natalya, Paige, and Alicia and said, or I don't know what they said. Anyways, Natalya got on the mic and said, Lana, why don't you face us? And why don't you step yourself in the ring? It's about time you get in the ring, Lana, and face us at WrestleMania. And Lana gets on the mic and says, no, I don't wrestle. I'm not getting in the ring. And then Paige gets on the mic and talks and says, I really dislike you, Lana, and I want to get you in the ring. So we're going to see Team Bad and Lana and Summer Rae, I'm pretty sure, against Natalya, Paige, Alicia, and who's the fourth member? Brie Bella. Of course, Brie Bella's feuding with Alana, so they're going to put Brie on Team Natalya. Or Team Bella, Team Brie Bella against Team Paige at Team Brie against Team Lana at WrestleMania. Not Team Paige. Team Lana against Team Bella. Or Team Brie Bella, because Nikki Bella is injured still. She's not going to be on WrestleMania. Anyways, and there was some speculation that Nikki Bella, after the triple threat at WrestleMania, Nikki Bella might show up, come down to the ring, and try to get involved to get her title back and get a rematch, or try to screw somebody, screw Charlotte maybe out of the title, but I don't see Nikki Bella interfering, and I don't want Nikki Bella to interfere. I want the triple threat Divas title match at WrestleMania. I want it to go on without any interference, and I want to see them all tear the house down without interference. So up next, after Natalya lost to the champion, Charlotte, we had the Dudleys, and Bubba Ray Dudley take on R-Truth. I don't know how this ended. I forgot because I zoned out and I didn't care. I believe it ended in DQ because Goldust, his music hit. He came out. And they're probably going to team up Golden Truth soon. Goldust comes out, and then the Usos come out, and they start attacking the Dudleys. The Usos throw tables in the ring, and then the Dudleys run off, I believe. And I think it ended in DQ. I don't really care how it ended. Up next, we had Vince McMahon come out, the boss, Mr. McMahon, come out and talk about the Hell in a Cell and give us some major news on the match. The news was, Vince says, The Undertaker first. Vince says, or he didn't say by the way, but he basically goes, The Undertaker is my bitch. That was funny as hell. Vince, I don't know what you're thinking saying that to The Undertaker, but you're probably going to get screwed at WrestleMania for saying The Undertaker's your bitch. He's probably going to screw you over. But whatever. So Vince says The Undertaker is his bitch. That was pretty damn funny because next week I could see The Undertaker probably tombstoning Vince on Raw. Anyways, Vince says at WrestleMania 32 in the Hell in a Cell, if The Undertaker, if you don't defeat Shane, this will be your last WrestleMania ever. So Undertaker, if you don't defeat Shane, this is The Undertaker's last WrestleMania match. So I guess if he loses, he must retire. Something like that. I don't know if that'll be the stipulation, but if The Undertaker doesn't win, he is done. No more WrestleManias for The Undertaker. But maybe he could still work SummerSlam and Survivor Series. I don't know. But he can never work on WrestleMania again in a match. So if Taker does lose to Shane, I could really see Undertaker retiring and not wanting to wrestle anymore for the company. But he is going overseas. I'm not saying this is a spoiler, and I'm not saying Undertaker will be forced to retire if he loses. He's just cannot wrestle on WrestleMania again. But The Undertaker is going overseas after WrestleMania to do a tour and wrestle. So I don't know if that says Undertaker's going to win at WrestleMania. I don't know. And I'm not really buying much into that. That overseas tour was booked 1-2 months ago for Undertaker to go overseas to Europe, I believe, and wrestle. Because they always go to overseas after WrestleMania. They always go over there to do a tour. Anyways. So after Vince says, if you don't win Undertaker, you can no longer appear and wrestle at a WrestleMania. Basically, your career's done, I think. So I thought Raw was going to end right there, but then we had Vince. The segment was over, and we had Dean Ambrose's music hit. I was pretty surprised because I forgot about this match. I forgot it was happening, and I didn't really care that it was happening. It was, I mean, they really had no other option for no other main event of Raw except putting Roman Reigns in the main event, and I didn't want to see that. But, I mean, the Roman Reigns hate, I gotta get something off my chest. The Roman Reigns hate is pretty ridiculous, especially on Twitter. People are just hating on the guy. They're just hating on him for WWE pushing him. It's not Roman's fault. He didn't ask for it. The company wants to do it. So, I'm talking about a couple people are just hating on Roman Reigns way too much. They're like obsessed with booing the guy and hating him. Get over it. And if you don't like seeing Roman get pushed and he becomes champion, which he will, when he becomes champion, why don't you stop watching the company? Why don't you stop watching the product and stop watching WWE if you're so upset that Roman will be champion? Face or heel. If you're that upset about it, do something about it and stop watching WWE. If you're so angry and so pissed off about Roman becoming champion and the next guy in line, whatever. If you're that angry about it, stop watching the fucking company. Stop watching Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-views. Then you'll be happier. Instead of hating on Roman Reigns. You hate the guy so much, after WrestleMania, stop watching, you dumb fucks. That's just my opinion. You should stop watching. If you don't, and you hate Roman Reigns, and you hate seeing him, well, stop watching. And if you don't, you're a dumb fuck. So, Dean Ambrose took on Braun Strowman of the Wyatt family. Wyatts, I believe, were at ringside. I don't know how this ended. Paul Heyman was on commentary, which was pretty damn good. During it, Paul Heyman kept saying, thank you, Mr. Heyman. Or saying, I agree with you, Mr. Heyman. And Cole would not answer him, the dumb fuck. Cole wouldn't answer, but Paul Heyman said, thank you, Cole. And then he said, thank you, Mr. Heyman. And then Paul said, you're very welcome, Mr. Cole. Or something like that. It was pretty funny. He's done that before on commentary. Where Cole would not respond and Paul Heyman basically was answering his own questions and saying, you're welcome, Mr. Cole. And stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Pretty good. Anyways, I don't know how this ended. I don't really care. I believe it was a DQ or nobody won. It was a weird finish. I don't think anybody won. But maybe Ambrose, I don't think Ambrose defeated Braun because they don't want Braun to lose yet and get pinned, but I don't remember how it ended. It doesn't really matter. So then Raw ends with Ambrose, them showing Ambrose. The guy is super over. I mean, after Brock Ambrose at WrestleMania, I would like to see Ambrose come to the ring and attack Roman Reigns or have Roman attack Ambrose. That's what I would like to see at WrestleMania. And I'm sure Seth Rollins will probably return and interfere also. In Triple H reigns, I'm sure Rollins will come out and interfere somehow. Maybe he'll screw Triple H. I don't know. Anyways, or maybe Rollins will cost Roman Reigns a championship and Triple H will retain. I don't know. Anyways, this was my Raw Philly review. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter. Every single Monday night, I live tweet Raw. 3 hours. Every Monday night, I live tweet it. No. Just my girlfriend's here. No, I'll talk. I'll drive you home in a little bit after I'm done with this. All right. Alright, I just had to talk to my girlfriend. She's coming in here. She didn't know I was doing a video. Anyways, I gotta go very soon. Probably 20-30 minutes I gotta leave to drive her home. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my Raw Philly review. Follow me on Twitter at TNA WWE Guy and at NXT WWE Guy. Hope you enjoyed Raw Philly. If I give it a rating, 1 to 10, I would say it was a 6. But AJ, Kevin Owens, was the best match of the night. It was a highlight of Raw. And Big E against Rusev, Big E winning in the New Day, cutting a promo was also a highlight. So those were the two best things, in my opinion, that happened on Raw. Also, which was a highlight for me, was seeing Terry Funk, because I love and respect him so much. Bye for now, everybody.